is your world famous Carter ball and ball, commonly used on Jeeps and other things and Chryslers and I don't know what all. There's really no identifying numbers that I can tell by. Anyway, we've got it adjusted for 12 parts of air to 1 part of gas by adjusting these 2 mixture screws, which you can get it pretty close with a tachometer by just trying to get your most RPM, then set in your final adjustment. This one here has electric choke. Listen carefully. Controls this butterfly. You leave it turned off until it gets 35 degrees or colder outside, because this thing will not activate. 40 to 140 is the operating range. When it gets to 35, you loosen up those 3 screws and you turn this whichever way it takes to close that butterfly till it's just touching. Not a lot of tension. Retighten those screws, leave it alone, plug your hot wire in here, and when the key is turned on, the vehicle will start and the electricity will start to wind that thing up like your house thermostat, and it will open up that blade. That will not close the blade. Stomping your foot will not close the blade. You have to close the blade manually the first time. Okay. Carburetors, all carburetors are designed the same way. When you accelerate, they thin out the mixture. See that? The reason is you don't need as much liquid gas to make the explosions larger in power when you're going down the road, because you've overcome inertia. The rolling momentum will keep you going, and you can get by with a thinner mixture, conserving fuel, less pollution in the atmosphere. Also observe down here, we're running this with 3 pounds pressure. Now we also have the capability to run it with 9 pounds to test it out. This one over here, it tested out okay. Your vehicle may not run at high pressure. If it doesn't, you will have to get a regulator. We prefer the Holley 12-804, set for 1 to 3 pounds. The new ones are 2.7 pounds. This thing is calibrated to the proper air mixture fuel ratio for the size of the carburetor. You don't calibrate them according to the size of the engine, because the computer can only test mixture. It does not care what's on top of that engine. It doesn't care what the engine is. When you go for an emission test, that emission machine is sticking up your tailpipe. It does not know what size motor you have, and it does not care. It only measures emissions coming out and makes sure everything is calibrated so that the emissions are coming out properly. You can put this carburetor on a 4-cylinder or whatever it is, it will still calibrate the same with the same suction, which is about 18 kilograms, which is what most of them will suck at atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure, as you know, is 14.7, I think, average on the Earth's surface at sea level. But now we're getting into technical stuff. But anyway, pay attention to these instructions. This here's a little breather pipe. If your vehicle does not have a little canister, just put a little hose on and let it go down there. Don't be plugging it up. Don't plug up this one here, as it will flood over. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and put it for sale. We have lots of these, about 10 or 12 of these. Different type of linkage, different looking on the outside, different chokes. This has the original Rochester 2-barrel bolt pattern. Somewhere's around, I don't know, but you'll see it in the ads. It'll tell you what that, you could take that off and put a Rochester right on there. On some of the Jeeps, they used Rochesters, but this one happened to use the Carter ball and ball. Pretty good unit. As you can see, it functions good.